In today's video, we have the brand new Gucci Cushion Foundation. Honestly, it's good stuff. We're going to look at some pretty products from Sweed Beauty, lip products namely, and some new eyewear shades for spring from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. As usual, we have a whole slew of new products, as you saw in the preview, including that really exciting, and I like it. Oh, I always ruin everything. I like it. The Gucci Cushion Foundation, some new shades, of course, in our Victoria Beckham Eyewear, and I'm going to familiarize you with Sweed Beauty. So let's get started and talk about all of this. Don't forget that you can also catch my content over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. And as usual, if you are in a time crunch, I'd love to have you here for the whole thing, but if you're in the time crunch and only need to see one or two of these things, don't forget to use the detailed timestamps down below listed in the description bar or across the bottom of the video. Okay, let's talk about what we got here, and then I have got a wear test that we are 5 hours into the middle of, and it's going to be nice and long for both products actually. Or all the products actually. Okay, so first of all, we have the brand new, this is really cool, I'm excited to have it, the brand new Gucci Cushion Foundation. I picked it up in shade 6. This is a very hefty $81 US dollars. What do you expect? It's Gucci. This did not have that many shades over on the Gucci website. It is there. I have linked all of these products down below in the description bar for you to pick up, including information on super thanks. I always love that. And on our $4.99 a month membership. We do weekly lives. It's all down there in this info too. This Gucci Cushion Foundation is hard to find at the moment. Right now, if you're in the US, I think it's at Selfridges and Harrods, but I did find a few shades over on the Gucci website, and I got shade 6. I don't know exactly how many shades there are, 12 or more. A lot of these sites only list what they have in, rather than saying unavailable. So sometimes it's hard to tell how many. And don't forget that it depends when you're seeing this video, right? Because I have a lot of times I put out videos when I get products a little early, I snag them early and I put them up here, and then people have the benefit of watching them 5-6 months later when we all know the info and they come on and tell me. So, look, I'm making this one. It's not a ton available, so some guesswork here. 12, certainly, I think more than 12 shades. This is an interesting foundation. Like I said, I got it in shade 6. So let's go ahead and start by looking at the packaging, okay? It is absolutely beautiful. I wish it were raised. Kind of looked like it was raised on the website, but it's not. It's a flat print, but it's that Gucci kind of lion. And then you open it, typical cushion foundation. We open it, we have a beautiful mirror, and we have this really cool geometric Gucci sponge, which I did not get dirty. You'll see in the demo how I use this product and why I don't use the sponge, but it has a little area that it sits in. And then you can open up, and then here is our cushion foundation. Now, Gucci does something here that I find most admirable. I often talk about ingredients and that I'm not an ingredient guru. I leave it to people like Lisa P here in our community who are very interested in ingredients. Lisa just did a really cool video on Kosas and all of these brands that have that tell tale maybe about their fragrances, and she kind of does some investigative journalism and gets to the bottom of it. But what Gucci did here was laid it out even for an ingredient dunce like me. They were very specific on their website, and I thought that was really cool. They talked about the fragrance. Okay, so there is a little bit of a fragrance here. It is not cloying, and it does not hit you over the head. But bless their little Gucci hearts, they actually talk about it in print that you can find and see on the website. The scent that you kind of get a whiff of is, they say, peony and freesia with a little bit of citrus and musk. But it's all plant-based. The whole product is plant-based, but they do talk about, I don't know how they do a musk that's plant-based, but apparently they do. So, and that's for Lisa to answer for me. But they, yeah, it has a pleasant smell. It's almost a fresh smell, but a little bit of a smell. This is refillable. It is made in Korea, And Gucci brags about that, which is interesting to me. So the Korean makeup brands do a lot of the innovation. I guess it's subsidized by the government, you guys tell me, the makeup industry, the cosmetics industry there, and they have a lot of the innovations and the interesting things, especially with the cushion foundations. And a lot of the more Western brands will kind of steal their ideas. So I really like that Gucci's like, hey, you know, we made it in Korea. Kudos to them. So I really like that. I thought they were really forthcoming with the information. I find that admirable. It is refillable. They say this is seamless, moisturizing. Yes, it is. Lightweight. Yes, it is. It fights pollution, of course, but also blue light, which is the buzzword we're hearing a lot of now, right? With blue lights, things from our phones and computers. Who knew? Foundation could save you from the blue light of your computer. Online, it says that it is SPF 20. On the packaging, it says it's SPF 22. There's no difference. And of course, we're going to hear what everybody has to say on that. It's never enough. It's true. You would really have to pile on this foundation to get that benefit of that even 20 or 22 SPF. So do wear other SPF. But a lot of people say, who cares? A little more SPF is always welcome. It just depends how you feel. I'd rather it not be in there, but you know, it's kudos to Korea. Any products made in Asia always contain SPF. It's a big selling point for a larger market, which you can attest to. If you live or have shopped in Asia, you'll know that's a big benefit in skincare, foundation, etc. And this is kind of an homage to that. So they're going to put SPF in it. It's beautiful. It's tough to get the shades right now. Depends when you're watching this, but we are going to do hopefully a 9 or 10 hour wear test. You'll see at the end. I haven't finished it yet, so we'll see. It's beautiful, and we are going to try it on. I can't wait to show it to you and to talk about it and to apply it. We are also looking today at the Victoria Beckham Beauty Eyewear Spring Shades. Victoria Beckham Beauty has, well, she had 7 shades, now 10 shades of her eyewear, which is just an eyeshadow stick. It can also be used as a liner. It is a roll-up stick. It rolls up. It rolls back down. And there were 7 shades previous. She has released 3 more for the spring. I picked up Shroom. We're going to swatch it, don't you worry. And I picked up, Shroom is kind of a gray shade. I am wearing it. And Ballet is kind of a pink shimmer shade. There is also a matte shade called Cornflower that is a sky blue. Now, I did not pick it up. And let me explain. Okay. When I buy products for this channel, I have some that I buy merely to review. Some of them I end up loving, some of them I'm indifferent to. But I will review them in an honest, earnest manner. Other times, I would buy it for me anyway. And there's often a divide between what I buy to review and what I buy for Rebecca personally. There is very rarely that I just won't buy a product at all because it's just goofy. One of them is the little... those gems that Pat McGrath had, those red sequiny, diamondy gems that you stuck all over your lips. I was like, come on. I don't generally test out, sometimes but very rarely, liquid eyeliner. I don't do flicks and cat eye looks and stuff. It's not my forte. It's not my wheelhouse, so I don't buy those. And I didn't buy that matte cornflower blue. It doesn't go with my skin tone. My skin curls when I put it on. If that works for you or if you're going to use it as a liner, I'm sure it will be beautiful. But just for me, I can't even get the gumption up to review it. Does that make sense? So I didn't purchase it. I'm sorry if that is one you wanted to see. But we have, I think, the infinitely more saleable Shroom and Ballet Pink to show you. And I also want to talk to you today very quickly about a lovely brand called Sweed Beauty, S-W-E-E-D. They sent over a really lovely mascara and eyeliner and these beautiful lip products. They are an all-natural, vegan, cruelty-free brand founded by makeup artists. They are beautiful and the lipsticks are so nice. I'm wearing the lip liner and lipstick right now, and we're going to put that on as well. If you haven't heard of Sweed Beauty, I thought you should know about them, and of course they are linked below as well. We're going to go look at some swatches now in 2 different lightings. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, now would be the time to make sure that you just click that subscribe button or to check and make sure you're still subscribed, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. I'm sure they don't mean anything by it, but it is quite annoying for a creator as you can imagine. All right, let's look at some swatches here. First, in indoor light, we have the two Victoria Beckham Beauty Eyewear in Shroom and Ballet, followed by our Sweed lipstick in Chloe and the lip liner in Lulu. So pretty. That's in studio lighting. Now I want to take it outside for you guys to see it even better in the warm California sunshine. Who am I kidding? It's raining. It very rarely rains in California. I'm sure it'll be hot by tomorrow. But take a look here at those eyeshadow stick shades, the Victoria Beckham Beauty Eyewear in Shroom and Ballet, and those really pretty lip shades by Sweed. And I give you a little shot of the rain there too. Like you haven't seen rain before. In California, you might not have. We've had a few rainy days, and it's like the end of the world here in California. We make the news. People check on us. It's like, what if we get wet? We might melt. None of us are that sweet, trust me. What is that expression? It's too sweet to melt, not sweet enough to melt. You know what I'm saying. None of us are sugar cubes out here in California, trust me. All right, let's go put on this foundation because I'm really kind of excited to share it with you because I know what you don't know. I've already applied it and been wearing it for a few hours, so I kind of can't wait to show it to you. Let's go to the demo right now. All right, let's start this Gucci Cushion Foundation wear test by simply applying the product. In all honesty, I have nothing makeup-wise on my face. I do have my morning skincare, but I've been working around the house. It's been quite a few hours. It's about 10 a.m. So really everything is soaked in. We basically have nothing on my face. I brought over a Reffer sponge, you know, that's wet and wrung out, because I hate, okay, I have this thing. You know this if you've been watching my channel for any length of time. I hate when you open up a cushion foundation or a powder and there's like a filthy sponge on the top. And this sponge, the Gucci sponge, is so cute. I mean, you know, it's so like almost like it wants to be trapezoidal, but it's doing it in a really fancy fashion way. And I just don't want it sitting on top dirty. I always tell people that I've really been influenced by watching people put on makeup in high school classes, which for me at this point was forever ago. But there were always the girls who would like light their eyeliner, burn their eyeliner first, and then do this like really kohl rimmed eye, or they would just have this filthy spot. Oh, so let's just, I know it's a cushion foundation and I need to do it with kind of a cushion. So I thought, let me just kind of put it on maybe with a sponge. I'd rather use a brush, but I'm trying to be, you know, appropriate. So I'll just try to use the sponge kind of like I would a little pad in there. Isn't that pretty though? Oh, that looks good. Okay, I have no concealer on at all. Just the soaked in skincare. And we've got that scent that I talked to you guys about already. Oh, it applies beautifully actually. Now I'm not dabbing this. I could do that. I'm just trying to use this the same way I would use this without getting this dirty. Do you get me? Okay. Oh gosh, it wears beautifully. Look at that. I mean, this Reffer sponge is really nice though. Okay. So we're just doing one side of the face right now. Can you even tell I have any makeup on? Look how natural that is, but how it covers so many imperfections and flaws. And I do have many. Did okay with the color choice too, and it was really a pig in a poke. Let me just run it onto my chin here. There weren't that many left on the Gucci site, so I kind of lucked out. Okay, quite obviously, we have this side with nothing, obviously, and this side with our new Gucci Cushion Foundation in the shade 6. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? Kind of impressed. I like the way I actually used this sponge rather than dabbing, but almost the way you would put your finger through this and do that, you know? I kind of like that. And it keeps this little cool little abstract geometric Gucci shape kind of nice. Okay, I'll speed it up and do the other side and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Okay, stay there. Okay, wow, super thin, super hydrating, not too dewy, certainly not matte. Well, look at that. Feels a little bit tacky, little bit. I mean, you know, it's a moisturizing cushion foundation. So if you are a powderer someone who likes to powder, you could certainly put a little powder over the top. I would powder under the eyes and around the nose. That's the only place I ever powder. I'm not a big powder fan because I have really normal skin. I don't have a shiny T-zone or anything like that. What I'm going to do, and you guys know this, when I review a foundation, I'm going to let this go all day. It is 10 a.m., but I'm going to let it go until nighttime. And I will put a little bit, just a little bit of concealer up here in the dark pits of despair, just right here and right here. But I won't put it where I normally would here and everything, because if it creases and really I kind of want to see that the foundation is doing that and not get it confused with the concealer or any sort of primer or any sort of spray. This is just the cushion foundation straight onto the skin. Now what I'm going to do now, we are going to have a wear test, but what I'm going to do right now is I want to try on the Victoria Beckham eyeshadows. So let me just get myself together a little bit more, and then we will give those a try along with these Sweed products as well that they were nice enough to send over. All right, stay right there. Okay, now before we get into the Victoria Beckham Beauty, I want to show you me putting on these beautiful, they're so pretty, these lovely Sweed lipsticks. The lip liner first, of course, in Lulu, and then this incredibly rich, smooth, comfortable lipstick in Chloe. And what I like so much about the lip liner is it's just waxy enough to just kind of hold in any of these lipsticks we're using, like Chloe, like the Sweed product, or any of the products you have that are just have a little bit of slip to them. They're so comfortable on the lips, but this nice, just slightly waxy lip liner, absolutely beautiful. So a really pretty product, and I think it goes with the look that we're going to put together today as well. Okay, now this will function as part of our wear test. Actually, we are 3 hours in. We're going to do a much longer wear test on the Gucci foundation, but we are 3 hours in. I've been kind of back and forth and doing things today. So let's take a look. I have not touched anything up. Here's what I have done. Before I came on, I put on a little bit of Victoria Beckham Beauty blush. You saw me put on the Sweed lipsticks, and I put on a little bit of mascara just because we're going to be doing an eye look, even though I know that's backwards. It's the magic of YouTube, you know, we gotta make it look okay. All right, so let's take a look. I feel like I am wearing absolutely nothing. Pores are blurred, no sinking into lines, and normally I would have concealer there and I would have powder, nothing. No powder under the eyes. Where do I have concealer? As I reminded you a minute or so ago that you saw, I did put some concealer here and here, that's it. I did not run it under or even over here. I do not have any concealer here. I didn't want it to invalidate our wear test. This is doing beautifully so far. If it holds up, and how could it? It's so thin. But if it holds up, just a sensational foundation 3 hours in. By the way, the cream blush that I used from Victoria Beckham Beauty did not lift or move the product. This is like it's not even on my face, except that my face feels very moisturized. So it does feel like I have a moisturizer on or one of those moisturized cleansers, but it does not feel like I'm wearing any foundation, which I have heard myself say about a lot of foundations, but let's just say this one in particular. Okay, it looks like I left my eyeshadow brushes over there, so I'm going to run and get those. Okay, this is a Sonia G Fusion brush, and I might have gotten it for naught because we might not need it. I was trying to figure out if I should do a one and done look or combine these. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out as we go along. This is Shroom. You have seen these already swatched. Let's just kind of put Shroom all over the eye, all over the outside of the eye. Let's do that. Let's put Shroom all over the outside of this eye. Maybe we'll do 2 eye looks here. And it doesn't look like I need really, it just looks like I need my finger. Now this is going to set, so if you are, normally you'd be doing the same eye look, I would not apply it to the outside of the eye and leave it and then go to here. Finish one eye first because you do have a little bit of play time, but once they set, they set. Okay, so I'm just doing the outside of the eye on this eye. Maybe we will do 2 different eye looks, I don't know. And on Victoria Beckham Beauty on the website, I'm just doing the whole outside area of the eye. They have a kind of a one and done look, especially with that blue shade that I cannot, it's not that I can't pull it off. It's not like a lack of confidence. It just makes me go, you know, I can't do it. But a lot of people can, especially you blonde-haired, blue-eyed folks out there. Here is Ballet, the other new one that I got, because remember I got 2 out of the 3. Let's put Ballet in the middle of this eye. Let's see what we think, guys. I'm going to go into the inner corner. I don't know what we'll do on the other eye. Maybe the same look. I don't know. I just thought we'd kind of mix them. And then I am going to take my little brush here, it's not for naught, and just kind of blend a little bit. This is a very gentle look, but I like that. I'm just kind of blending up on that. Okay, so far. Not dark enough? Let's do a little more. Now, can this be a base for a powder eyeshadow? Absolutely. Hey, this could be a base for another cream shadow. It could be a base for a liquid shadow, but you know, most people would maybe use it as a base for a powder eyeshadow. You could do that. I'm just kind of showing you, I like the way that this Ballet Pink kind of runs into the shroom shade. I just think they kind of naturally progress in a pretty way. Let me do this underneath the eye. And the reason I'm not doing anything over this eye in terms of a powder shadow is, as I've told you guys, I'm just testing the way products work, and I try to do them really unadulterated. You could do a one and done, of course, look with one of these, but I'm just, I'm just putting them together. And if I were to close my eyes, I'm even going to take this here and roll it up a little bit and just kind of do a messy little line all the way across. What a pretty look. Okay, take a look there. See if I put enough on. Sometimes you guys tell me that I'll overdo the cheeks for you to see, but I don't overdo the eyes enough. So I'm trying to kind of get closer and let you really see the eyes. Like, people want the eyes overdone, and I'm like, okay, that scares me. I do not overdo eyes, but I'm really trying, you guys. I do take your input into consideration. So for me, I have really tried to overdo it. These are very subtle shades. Very subtle shade. Okay, let's do a little something different. Let's take this pink ballet shade and do the entire mobile lid. This is a very subtle shade. Okay, it's subtle on my skin tone, I should say. Maybe on your skin tone, especially if you're medium to deep, maybe it would show up even better. So I'm going into the inner corner of the eye, and then look, I'm really laying it on, guys. I'm really laying it on so you can see it. And this time I did the entire eyelid in that kind of a ballet shade. Okay, now let me take this shroom, and what I'm going to do this time with the shroom on this eye is I'm going to just go back and forth into the entire, and we might use the brush here while we have time, the entire crease. It's shimmer, so I'm not really achieving that matte effect, but I really don't care. Okay, let's do it a little bit darker, keeping in mind that I am told I don't have dark enough on the eyes. So this is a slightly different look, still just as subtle. Now the shroom is a less subtle shade than the ballet, but still very subtle. And I'm going to do a little bit of the outside and a little bit under. And you'll probably say, Rebecca, I cannot tell the difference. And maybe not. But, very subtle. I can actually tell the difference. I actually can tell the difference. On this side, we have the pink as an entire base and the shroom throughout the entire crease. On this side, we just have the shroom in the little outer corner there. But maybe you can or can't tell the difference. Really pretty, and especially going to be quite popular with those of you who like a subtle eye look, which is very in right now. Now that blue shade, that matte sky blue shade, heaven help me guys, I couldn't do it. That's not subtle. But you could use it as a liner. You could even put it, because it's kind of matte, there's no shimmer, there's no anything, you could put it inside the waterline. And that blue would be lovely. It's just not a color that really works for me, even for review, interestingly enough. But very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to leave these alone. I'm not going out today. Maybe I'll even it out a little bit. I'll try to even them out a little bit. Let's just run. I'm basically going to make dinner for my family. I want to let this run all the way till it's time to kind of get ready for bed. And let's see. I'm really curious how this Gucci foundation will do. This is only about 3 hours in. Let's give it quite a few more hours. Stay right there. Okay, I can't believe this, but we have gone a full 10 hours with this foundation, which is a nice long wear test, especially for this channel. And I don't think it promises that, to be honest with you, but we've done a pretty good job with the wear test. But inadvertently, we've also done about 7 hours with the eyeshadow shades. I evened them out a little bit, I admit, but not enough to make it even. I really haven't been out anywhere. It's been raining here. I've stayed in and worked. Looking pretty good. The shroom has stayed dark. The pink ballet is much more kind of a shimmer as the hours wore on, so a little less of the base, and it kind of leaves the shimmer, not glitter. not sparkle, but it leaves a little bit of the shimmer, but I think the shroom is holding up really well. And I don't know what you could really ask for from the ballet, but we ended up doing a wear test on that, which I'm kind of glad about. Okay, I did reapply our Sweed lipstick though. It didn't make it 10 hours or 7 hours, obviously, but it actually lasts really nice and long. I'm just eating dinner and stuff. Okay, let's look at our Gucci here. Unbelievably thin and comfortable, unbelievably moisturizing, but not greasy. So I wouldn't call this a dewy foundation. It's a very typical, in that sense, hydrating cushion foundation. Not unusual for a cushion foundation, really, in terms of the feel. But it's unusually just kind of soft and feels like skincare. I'm kind of amazed. I feel like it must not be on anymore because it's almost feeling like transfer proof, like a moisturizer would, but still blurred here, still covered. I had all this redness right here, a little bit of that blush still on, and it's peeking through a little bit. 10 hours for this kind of a thin hydrating cushion foundation is a push, you guys. That's a big ask, but I'm feeling like I still feel like I have makeup on. I don't think it's wearing quite as well, and I could have built it more, but it's not breaking apart. You know, there's one thing if your makeup isn't as heavy as it was in the morning, and there's another thing if you feel like it's breaking apart around the nose or the eyes. You understand what I mean, I'm sure. And I feel like this isn't breaking up. Maybe it's not on as much, you know, like I'm seeing with the Victoria Beckham Eyewear, but the amount of time it's been on for a cushion foundation, my skin still feels hydrated and it feels plumped. It really does. Not to use marketing speak, but it feels plump. This is going to be one of my favorite foundations if it keeps holding up. It has that scent, but I love the fact, and I know I mentioned this, that they were very forthcoming with the information on the scent. It wasn't like you had to hunt for it. I'm really kind of pleased with the information that their website provides in bold print right there. Mentioned that, I know, but just wanted to tell you that this is one to try. If you like Gucci foundations, if you like cushion foundations, and if you don't mind a little bit of scent that's not too perfumey, and they're so, you know, forthcoming with it, and especially that's made in Korea. There's a lot here that I like, including the packaging and the feel and the wear. I think this is a really good one. In terms of the Victoria Beckham Eyewear, same formula as we had before, really pretty. If you have any of the other shades and you've enjoyed them and you wanted to add some new ones for spring, this would be absolutely lovely, these eyewear shades. You know, especially this ballet, I think is really nice as a base, even for a powder eyeshadow. And the shroom, I mean, I will definitely line with it in the inner, in the inside of the eye. You can do that. There's no flecks of glitter or anything. So this is really pretty. And if you go ahead and get that blue shade, could you please tell me that cornflower shade? That's what I was looking down to see what it's called. If you get that cornflower shade, let me know what you think of it. I mean, maybe I should have gotten it to line with or something. I'm such a completionist, you know, but these are beautiful, just like the others, but I wanted to show you the shades. In terms of Sweed Beauty, please check them out. I have links below. They have a beautiful mascara, and they sent over an eyeliner that I love and I've been really using, and the mascara is lovely. Just a great company to find out about and support. Tell them I said hi. They're just wonderful. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Did you get your hands on this foundation yet? It is in the Gucci shop, filtering in online, but it should be here in a bigger presence, hopefully a little later. In a month or so, we shall see. But I did link below what I could find in terms of purchasing it. So let me know what you guys think. This is, you know, what makes us a community. Did you pick up the cornflower shade? What do you think of the eyewear sticks? Have you tried Sweed Beauty? I have so many questions, and you guys have to answer it. Don't forget that our giveaway and our 20,000 celebration with Q&A is coming soon. I just haven't gotten to it because I want to get you all these new products first. Okay, but let me know anything that you want, any questions. You need anything compared over on Instagram? Happy to do that for you. All of that good stuff. Don't forget to share and like, and of course subscribe. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.